And we're going to get into this pastor from Texas that has gotten himself in a situation. Salute to the moderators. Shout out to everybody that has become members. We have 2 new members over the weekend. Well, I think over the last day or so. China White became a member, and Cliff Hakeem Jones became a member and I believe a patron. Now, I want to say this. When I first heard about this, I didn't see the video until I went to Twitter. And somebody had the video on there. And I saw a little bit of it, and I can't unsee that. I can't unsee that video. I really can't unsee that video. And that's why I'm going to talk about it. Not only that, they went and identified the woman who was filming this guy who was apparently married. Now I don't know if he knew she was filming or not, but I don't think it would have mattered because some of these guys are such simps that they will allow a woman to film them knowing that they are married. Okay? You know? But yeah, they had this video all over Twitter a couple of days ago, man. But shout out to everybody that's here. But yeah, I can't unsee that video at all, man. I like the stream, people. Let's see who's here. Shout outs to the people that's here. Oh, I got a super chat from Josh Quick. Pastor Wilson going to sing "Never Would Have Made It" when he get baptized next week. He might have gained some new members. There were some women that were intrigued by that, who might find that amusing. Shout out to Chanel, ES, Michael True ATL, Dana, Dr. Jaggy, B Friends, K Nicole, Josh, Ashley, Medley was a good, Purple Queen, Tavon, Marcus, T Malone, Dion, JP, Renee, Jessica, Turtle, Torian, Kelly May, aka J Raquel, Wayne, let's see, Born, is it Merc Blue, Fritz G, Prince Jern, A Goddess, Nave, Blacker Love, see Josh Quick, Dane, Vern, J Dubs, shout out to Wayne Tillman. Now that was a come to Jesus meeting. Yeah, Mike, let's see, RZ, Cameron, Prince Jern, let's see, Brenton, Marco was good, Doug, let's see, Ryan, Cooley, and shout out to everybody. See, I think that's everybody. RJ, Heat, 93 Forever, what's up? Salute to everybody that's here early. I appreciate that. Doug, I'm the type of guy I like to be a few minutes early than 30 minutes late, okay? All right. But yeah, we're going to talk about this pastor and why this doesn't surprise me. A lot of these pastors are out here doing what a lot of guys do. You know, they just merely, use the church as a way to make money, a way to upgrade their lifestyle, a way to meet women. That's basically what it's for, man. What's going on, William? Make sure y'all like the stream as y'all come in. What's good, Angela? These guys become pastors because it's a way for them to redeem their past. And also it's a way for them to make money. They may have a personality. Because y'all know there's a lot of pastors have personalities. They used to be the class clowns, and they go from being the class clowns to being on pulpits. Now, not all pastors are bad. I know a few, very, very small few good pastors, guys who actually cared about their church. and cared about the community that the church was in. They didn't just, have a church in the hood and they'll drive 30 minutes to an hour to get there, and just so they don't have to live around you. Or she was underage. I don't know if she's underage, but from what I understand, she is the wife's friend's daughter. I mean, if that's what's going on, dude, then you definitely shouldn't be on anybody's pulpit. But this stuff goes on. But I don't know if that was a underage woman. I think that was an adult female. I don't think that guy's that dumb. Shout out to Marco. I'd hate to think he got the hottie of the church. He might be. Those ex-scrippers or current scrippers. You got those baby mamas who still look good. They all in the church. Not baby mom, those single mothers who are all in the church. Those pastors and those deacons. Heard he exposed him because he didn't make her choir director. You know what? You never know with some of these guys. I dated a deacon who smoked weed and had premarital sex frequently. I'll tell you, man, these pastors and deacons these days, man, they just like the title of being a pastor, or being a deacon. But they don't really live by any of that. When they leave church, it's party time. This don't apply to me. You know what I'm saying? So we really gonna have to get into it. But I want to say this before I get started. I posted a video today about LeBron James. Okay. And I know that I may have upset a few of his groupies, a few of his fans, because I criticized him because he is supposed to be, an activist, more than an athlete, but he wants to shut up and dribble when it comes to China. And there are people who actually agree with that, which shows me why, we have a mentality of being a follower. I'm not a follower at all. That's why it's so easy for me to call out BS, to be able to run my platform the way that I see fit, to make the content that I want to make. And that's what I'm doing more and more of, is making the content that I want to make, because it's very clear to me that I'll put up videos and they got people who are going to bitch and moan about it. But they're not out here supporting the content as far as liking the videos, for one. I'm seeing a clear issue with people liking videos. They're not sharing it, okay? And they might be the same ones that actually want you to do the videos. Be that as it may, I made a video about LeBron today, and I did it for a reason. Because I wanted to see, were there going to be guys who are going to put their groupieism to the side and say, you know what, I feel like this guy was wrong. I feel like he didn't stand on his own too. But of course, you got those guys who are just groupies. They're male stands, and they're going to stand with LeBron no matter what. And that's incredibly sad. What's going on, Naima? What's going on, the good nurse? You always gonna lie when I'm on my way. But this is around the time I normally do go live, the good nurse. But it's good that you're here, And I just don't understand where this groupie mentality goes. LeBron messed up majorly. He messed up majorly. And that was the point of making the videos. It wasn't even about me getting views. It was about me getting back to what I would do. I would post videos just to see the mindset of the people that follow me. And I noticed there's still some guys that want to go with we have to support black people or black men no matter what. I don't subscribe to that mentality at all. I'm not one of these pro-black, about putting black first. I'm not one of those type of people at all. Because every day outside of social media, I'm always reminded that black people are more individuals than they are a group. So I hope people understand that this whole coming together and banding together, that's a YouTube thing. That's not real life. I hope people understand that that's not real life. Okay? It's a YouTube thing. It's a social media thing. It's a Twitter thing. It's not a real life thing. I get reminded every day that a lot of black people are individuals. They don't like each other. They're very catty and jealous of each other. Okay? So when I see these grown men going hard for LeBron James, I can tell it's because they ain't got no daddy. They ain't got no daddy. You know? They don't know what it's like to agree to disagree. But with me, like I said, you're not going to be comfortable. You're going to be uncomfortable because I don't want people to get complacent. I don't want to be complacent. I don't want you to be complacent. I want to be able to challenge you to be better. You know? I want to challenge you to be better. Some of these guys claim that they want to do better, but they don't. They're looking to belong. This is why these guys will cling on to certain labels and titles, you know, because that just shows that they don't know how to lead themselves. I don't cling on to any label. Even when I was saying, you know, I was a man going my own way, at a certain point, I let that go because I knew who I was. I understood a certain thought process and ideology, and I decided to go in my own direction completely. You know, I went the path that was least traveled. Shout out to Trevon. You know, some people aren't comfortable doing that, and that's fine. You can be in your comfort zone and get nowhere in life, you know? I'd rather do the opposite. I've always been that way. I've always done the opposite. Whenever it will be me talking to somebody and there's a group of people will come around and a group will form, I will leave that group because I don't want to be around a whole bunch of people, especially if I don't like them or they don't like me, or if I don't like the way the conversation is going. It's like, why am I around all these people? You know, I'd rather be around a small group of people. I don't like to be with the pack because most of them are not very smart. They're not very smart. They're not very intelligent. What the fuck am I going to get out of speaking to them? You know, not a goddamn thing. Nothing. I'm not going to gain anything speaking to them, you know, except for frustration and possibly anger because they really don't understand how the world works and they think they do, but they don't. Now, let's talk about this pastor, David Wilson, making this video. The guy's married, and you know, this is another example of a guy who was probably chasing behind this woman, because that's the only thing I can surmise from this guy getting caught being filmed like this. Shout out to Darian. First biscuits for silence. Now we get wontons. I guess so. You know, those players, those NBA players definitely would like bring on the wontons, you know. You couldn't necessarily give them biscuits on that one. You know what I'm saying? Well, speaking of biscuits, let's talk about this guy and this female, man. Bro, how you mess up like this, man? Listen, if you want to creep around on your wife, bro, you got to make sure that first you ain't being recorded. But this female was clearly recording this guy. He could have seen what was going on, but because he was so caught up in trying to impress this younger female, because you know these old heads got to impress these young girls, right? So they got to go out of their way, especially in the bedroom, to impress these chicks. Meanwhile, the chick is filming them. That's what I can surmise from that. I can surmise this dude was trying to impress this younger chick, man. And the whole time, his whole, you know, whatever he was doing was being filmed. And you didn't tell her to put that phone down? No. Okay, because you out here trying to impress this woman who's now turned your life upside down. You know? Dude, you got to be careful. Yeah, I spoke about that earlier, Lisa. I said that from what I understood, that was his wife's friend's daughter. But I'm telling you, man, what is it with these gray beards, man? These old heads, man, they get themselves caught up like this, man. And not only do people think that this is funny, it's hilarious, but the fact is that this guy could be putting his wife, his family in harm's way. I read about a story where the pastor's side piece showed up at his house, right? And I believe she ended up taking the pastor's life and the wife's life, right? All because the guy was basically using her just to sleep with her. You know? There have been other situations where pastors have almost ruined the lives of everybody around them. What's good, young manhood? These pastors, I've heard, like I said, I've heard various stories of pastors ruining their marriages, almost ruining the lives of them and the people around them just so they can sleep with these women who clearly have no direction in life whatsoever. And because of that, man, he's getting himself completely caught up. You know? The only reason why this female was dealing with him was because, one, he was a pastor, and two, he was married. Because we all know that there are women out here, they deal with married men mostly. They are okay with being side chicks as long as they have an opportunity to be number one. That is the mental illness that is prevalent in women these days, man. They really think they're going to be number two to that guy. But they don't understand is that they're being used. So what this female did was film this guy. Film this jackass doing what he was doing. And he knows she was filming him. The phone was all in his face, showing exactly every motion of everything that he was doing. And he didn't care because he's trying to overly impress this chick. You know, who, by the way, who's probably already been impressed way more than what he was doing. So he's sitting up here getting himself recorded. Now, this video could be old, but it doesn't look like an old video. But I'm going to say it could have been recorded a couple months ago, maybe even a year ago. Maybe she was holding on to it. This stuff don't just leak unless somebody got hold to her phone and found the video and leaked it themselves. But that's very hard to do because women don't let go of their phone that often. It's very hard to pry a phone away from a female. Okay, you gonna literally have to fight her in order to get that phone away from her. Women have very good self-awareness when it comes to their cell phones. they got it locked in code. Okay, they probably got some apps hidden. They got their pictures and videos on lock and key. You're not gonna find nothing when it comes to women. That's how socially, I don't say social intelligence, but that's how socially aware women are when it comes to their phone. You're not gonna get, you know what I'm saying? So honestly, this female must have done this, you know. And it looks like, yo, the video looks like it was meant to be recorded and put on one of these websites. You know, it looked like it was filmed on purpose. It's almost like they have done this before. And maybe they have a page on one of these websites and they post videos. That's what it would seem like, you know. But this dude was so caught up in what he was doing. Either he didn't care that she was recording, or again, you know, he was caught up and she took that phone out and recorded him. I don't know if she was blackmailing this guy, but this is surely a bad look for your boy, David Wilson. I ain't married and my husband can't get my phone. Right. Okay, Nicole, you keep that phone close at all times, right? I bet you this female has an account and she probably has other videos, probably not just with him, probably with other guys that the pastor don't even know about. And she might have posted it and somebody probably found it doing research and they probably leaked it to Twitter because the video was all over Twitter. That's where I went to. As soon as I typed in this guy's name and scrolled down, it was wham right there on the feed. You know? Now, they may have taken it down since then. You know? They may have taken it down since then. Who knows? But I just think that this guy, man... Oh, no, I don't know how his marriage is. His wife probably knows the guy messes around. He's a pastor of a church. So I'm pretty sure this ain't nothing new. I'm pretty sure this guy has been doing this kind of stuff for years. But nobody was able to record this guy doing it. But I'm pretty sure there's been talk. You know? There were probably women that were impressed because we all know that people love their flawed pastors and their flawed entertainers. You know? This guy seems like he likes to please. So some women may have been intrigued by that. Who knows? But I just think that the way the video was recorded, you can tell that she's done it before. You can tell that this female has recorded videos before. This ain't nothing new. I mean, the way she was moving it and putting it in his face, moving it back, like that ain't nothing new. I believe she's done this a lot, you know? I believe she's done this a lot. No, I haven't seen this response video. I looked up videos of him. I haven't seen any responses from him. That was Pastor, I believe, Thaddeus Matthews that was doing the response videos. I don't know if, he directly was doing those. You know, shout out to Lily, Avian Award nominee. It could be because you can tell that an iPhone was in use. It might have been a new iPhone. Maybe he bought her a new iPhone. You can tell she might have used a new iPhone to record because the picture was very clear. There was no blurriness. You know, there was no blurriness in the video. So you can tell that was a new phone. He probably bought her that. You know. Taking care of her in a myriad of ways. You know what I'm saying? Definitely taking care of her. You know? Or he did. Hold on. Let me see if I can find his see if he did a response. He said he liked that box. I'm pretty sure he does. The way he was getting it in that video. The way he was getting in that video, you can tell he likes it a lot. You can tell he likes it a lot. You know? But I don't see any. Man, they got thumbnails of this all over YouTube, man. But I don't see no responses. But that's not David Wilson. That's Thaddeus Matthews, man. People are saying that that's him. No, that's Thaddeus Matthews. I don't see any him responding. I don't think he's gonna respond. I think this guy is embarrassed because if it was like planned or something, he probably would have said something. The video, idiot. I'm not playing no X-rated videos in my live stream. If y'all want to go see the original video, go look it up. I'm not playing it here on YouTube. Some of you are crazy. Why would you come to me saying that we're asking where the video at? The video is where you go to Google and look for it. Don't ask me. You know, don't be lazy. Go look for the video. Don't be lazy. Go look for the video. Okay, what's the name of the video, sweetie? I'll play it. But I'm about to take phone calls. So I think I've said enough. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Just give me a second so I can get logged back in here. It's a one-man operation here. I need to get a co-host. I need to get a co-host on here. You know. All right, let's see. Yeah, people coming to me instead of go to X videos, go to Pornhub. You will find what you seek. Don't come to me on YouTube asking where the video at. The video is where you go look for it. That's where it's at. I don't know why you want to see a man putting his mouth on a female. That is very weird. Like I say, I can't unsee that video. I saw that video on Twitter and I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. Now listen, when y'all call in, man, keep the calls brief, people, because I will have to cut some people off. I don't want to have nobody on here for 10 minutes. Call in, speak what you got to say. Don't take all day. You're live with Jada Black. What's up? Hello?
Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Just got home from work.
Okay. A lot of originals in the building. Was good.
Yeah. I didn't watch the video.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to watch the video. I don't want to see that. But it was all over Facebook. I'm just like,
yeah.
It's sad and it's very embarrassing, especially for the wife. You know, and this is a lot of and this is the reason why, you know, even though you shouldn't look at what he's doing as a representation of the church, but it does reflect badly on the church. And a lot of times it's just like, what's the point of me going to church to be a better person if the pastor's not even trying to be a better person? So it's sad and it's disgusting, because a lot of times you see stuff like this. This is why people don't want to get married. This is exactly why people don't want to get married.
Yeah, and also you got people that wants to date married people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got these chicks that are okay with being side pieces to married men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't understand that either. I don't understand why you don't. Some women, they like men who are taken, but this is my thing. Why would you want to put yourself in a position to, because if the man's wife is anything like me, she's gonna beat that ass. And I'm a brass knuckles type of person.
Oh shit.
So why would you want to mess with a man that you know is taken and put yourself in a position, especially like, you know, even for the married person, because I know a lot of people feel like, oh well, your husband owes you something she don't. This is my thing. If you mess with somebody that you know is in a relationship, in my opinion, you are just as guilty, because you are disrespecting that person's spouse the same way they are. That's how I see it. I'm not going to give no side hoe a pass. You know, so, you know, and I heard that the girl knows his wife. I heard that girl's mother is his wife's best friend.
Yeah.
So that girl probably grew up with his wife.
Probably did. Yep. Watched her grow up.
Yeah, this man is probably old enough to be her father. It's disgusting. I feel so bad for his wife. That's disgusting, and that's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is embarrassing.
I don't know if I can bounce back from that. I don't know how relationships bounce back from cheating, period. But I don't know how they can bounce back from that. I don't think that he should be preaching anymore. I think he should sit his old ass down and put his tongue in his mouth.
Okay. All right. La.
I'm going to be short and sweet.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, La. All right.
No problem. All right, bye.
Bye. Shout out to La Original with the call. All right. Shout out to everybody. So make sure y'all like the stream. Yeah, but I haven't heard any statements come from him. People from his church. But I think it's a bigger deal on Facebook. What's going on, Sean? I haven't been on Facebook to really look it up. I've been mostly on Twitter and YouTube. But I bet they're having a field day. Because y'all know that's where a lot of the Gen Xers like to be. They like to be on Facebook. And they're probably having a field day with it. And some of the baby boomers too. Having a field day with this. Because at the end of the day, it is hilarious. It is hilarious. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's good?
Hey, what's up, Jay, man?
What's good, man?
I had to come in. Had to come in and comment on, this situation, man. First off, man, it's been a lot of playing going on here lately, man. People playing with the Lord for a monetary gain, man. We've been seeing that a lot in the last few years, man. And I hope those people understand, man. You're gonna have to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is wrong, man. You can't be using the church and the Lord and stuff like that for monetary gain. I see a lot with these New Age pastors, man. But I don't understand. It's like these pastors these days ain't even worried about trying to lead people in the right direction and be good leaders in the community and stuff. These niggas want to be celebrities. Like you got caught on camera eating pussy, bruh. Like, really, man? Like, it's like, come on, bro. Where's your self-respect at, dog? And you an old head, too, at that? Yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. It's like, the church in the past, like, few years, man, it just seems like it's just become just some BS, man. I haven't watched the video. I'm not ever going to watch the video, you know what I'm saying? Because, I just don't want to see that shit. Whoever asked for that, in the comment section, I just want to let you know you're a real weirdo. But,
yeah, man.
But I see a lot of this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like these people, man. They just use, that pastor title, that reverend title, man, just to, do what they want to do. Run up in other dudes' chicks, try to get money. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, man. But this is just bad, man. I hate to see stuff like that, but, he's definitely done. Well, he might not be done because we kind of seen this before with Eddie Long. He still kept his congregation, so he'll probably still keep his, those. I don't know why you would want to stay in a church with a leader like that, that ain't something I would want to be a part of, man, but, it's just like Pimp C said in that one song, this was like in the 90s when he said that, it was just like, man, most preachers in the private fucking hoes are getting paid, man, and this is an example of that, dog, and we've seen countless examples of that, man, and it needs to stop. It's like now that I'm on the topic, man, I just want to say fuck Kanye for trying to use the church to get back and in good graces with the black community. It's like, it's just a lot of playing going on out here, man. You don't need to be playing with God like that, man, because you like that strike down is going to be crazy. But, I just want to shout you up, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate the content.
I salute to you, man.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it. All right?
No problem.
All right. Shout out to him with the call. Good call. Let's see. Yeah, man, the church has definitely changed from what it was, I would say almost 40, 50 years ago. You're live with Jada Black. What's good?
Hey, what's up?
What's good, man?
Listen, when I first heard about this, I didn't even watch the video. I had to listen to it, like how you said you can't unsee that. I can't unhear that description. So it's like I got the visual from verbally. But on a serious note, let me put it this way: if this guy is willing to do this and he know he was being recorded, imagine what he's doing with the tithes of that church.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if he is off tricking somewhere, saying he's about to probably go do some kind of revival somewhere, knowing damn well where he about to lay his hands and lay his head was basically what I should say. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like up in in a strip bar or whatever, doing anything with that money if he's willing to do this. And like I said, he looked up at the camera, so it's not like he stopped. He kept going.
Yeah.
He was enjoying that.
Yeah.
Probably more than she was.
Yeah, he was putting on a show. He definitely was putting on a show.
Oh, most definitely. And she was enjoying it too. I wouldn't be surprised if she was jealous of the relationship that him and the wife is having right now. And she probably feels that this is her way to slip on in hopes that he leaves her or anything like that. But I'm going to tell you like this. If the wife does decide to leave, she gonna have something enough over his head to walk away not empty-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as I'm concerned, the whole world has already seen it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, once it's out there for internet consumption, that's it. You know, it gets shared so many times. I saw people in the chat said that it's all the way up on Pornhub.
It looked like a video.
Pornhub ain't nothing but just it's like the porno version of YouTube.
Yeah, it looked like a video that was meant for Pornhub. That what it looked like.
I wouldn't be surprised if the chick had an OnlyFans account.
Probably so. Probably. Yeah.
But that's probably one of the wildest stories to come out of the church in such a long time. Because, you know, you're so used to the usual things like the stealing of the money. Mm-hmm. Of course, you know, you have those people in the Catholic Church messing with them kids. But then you got this right here. Mm-hmm. It ain't no coming back from this. But I will say this, though. His retention rate is going to stay, but his I guess you can say his gain rate is going to definitely go up. So there's going to be an increase in tithes this Sunday.
Yeah. So you think it's going to be more
like
people?
They might be. Oh yeah. Oh, that leaky roof. Oh, that's going to get fixed. That pipe that burst. That's about to be fixed. Thanks to this, he about to bring in a whole bunch of money this time around. Thanks to this little whatever happened right here. So he could probably use that to his advantage, but people gonna be looking at him with the side eye while they do it.
Yeah, man. They're gonna be there for the show, for the train wreck. So it was probably have a packed house at the next Sunday show, next Sunday service, you know, or whenever they have the next.
Exactly. Show. Any type of loan that he got to get paid off is about to be paid in full. Mm-hmm. But that's all I wanted to come on here and talk about.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, Torin. I appreciate it, man. All right. Shout out to Torin. Yeah, he might find some way to use it to his benefit. But I mean, that's the black church in 2019. You know, this type of stuff it affects it. Definitely it does. But because of social media, it might boost it because of people's mentality. The church is mainly predominantly female, so it depends on how they feel about it, you know. Like the stream, people like the stream. The times have changed a lot, man. Like the church really doesn't have the same morality it used to, you know. Now it's all about clout chasing and being able to pander and make excuses. Now you see why they made all those parodies about church growing up. They made so many parodies about pastors. Now we see why. You know? Look at the movie Booty Call. You know what I'm saying? Somebody brought up Lonnie Love, yeah, from the Martin Show. Like they've always made fun of black preachers. Especially, I would say, from the late 80s, early 90s into the 90s, they made fun of black preachers, man. And the type of guys that they were, you know? So when women try to bait some of you guys into going to church, and, you know, saying that it fits the relationship, whether you have faith, you don't believe that, man. She just feels comfortable there. Probably one of the biggest sinners in the church. You know? We've all seen them photos of chicks dressed like they just was at the club the night before, in church the next day. Yeah. I love the cool dude. Yeah, man, but they've been making parodies of like black pastors, man. Basically trying to tell y'all this is who these dudes are. This is who you do. This is who these dudes are, who are, you know, in these churches. This is who they are. Shout out to Young Coda. Don't forget Bernie Mac character from Friday. Oh yeah. He played basically the same guy, I believe, in different movies. Basically the same type of guy. That they've always made fun of black preachers, man, especially in the 90s. Yeah, I believe that he bought her a whole self. He bought her that new iPhone. Yeah, but this could have been like a mutual, tape that they were making together. It wouldn't surprise me at all if this was a tape that they were making together, man. Hey, call back in. There's a number that call back in. Call back in. Put this number in. A few more people want to call back in. Speak on this. Any of you ladies may attend church. Any of you guys who may attend church, I'm a person, I'm not, religious, but I am more spiritual. I believe in a higher power. I'm not atheist at all. Just a skeptic. But it'd be very difficult for me to find me in the church, though. Even though you can get a lot of play from women in churches, from what I heard. From what I heard, you could get a lot of play from women in the church, Maybe attending one of these churches out here. Ain't in there but a bunch of females and their gay friends. And then you got the pastors and the deacons sitting up front. You're live with JDBlack. What's going on? You there?
What's up, Jay?
What's good, man?
Yeah, I made sure I liked the stream.
Cool, appreciate it.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
My comment is, they was basically just hanging out at like a building.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get away from these titles, bro, because that wasn't a church that they was hanging out in.
Well, they weren't in a church, but again, he's the pastor of a church. He's a married pastor. So we're not even really speaking on the religious aspect. It's most of the morality, the fact that he had a whole wife at home, and he's a religious leader. I believe he's a part of the Chamber of Commerce in the city as well, or it might be the leader of it, if I'm not mistaken. But it's what he's involved in that plays a part,
And the only reason why I'm saying that, Jay, is because I listened to your whole stream and just kind of comment off what you said. See, what basically happened is whatever that was, it was 50-50.
Uh-huh.
It was equal responsibility.
Right.
So it's a lot of blame to go around.
Well, I wasn't blaming one more than the other. You know what I'm saying?
So I feel I care about the youth that might have looked up to people who do this. I care about the youth who. And because God ain't involved in the schemes of men,
But he preaches the word of God, so he's going to be held to a different standard.
Yeah.
And
we know. And the last comment, I'm gonna keep it short. We know that God is real, but it ain't what the majority of these people think. Or what they talking about. So I appreciate you, Jay.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the call, bro.
Thank you.
All right. I'll attempt to call. Yeah, man. I don't think one is more to blame than the other. I think that you have a woman engaging in a situation with a married man, she does deserve blame too. Shout out to Antoine. Says when eating a BBW snatch goes wrong. Well, it definitely went wrong in this situation. Again, I'm not saying that this guy is not he's not just an ordinary guy. He is. But when you are preaching to a congregation every Sunday or Friday, you are going to be held to a different standard. It's just how life works. You're going to be held to a different standard. Maybe not by me, because I see him as just a guy. But he's a guy who's married. He's a guy who has responsibility to his congregation as the leader of that congregation. He's the leader. Okay? Shout out to Bella. I have better things to do in life than sitting up in church listening to a buffoon preach. You know what? That's a good point. And I think that's why you see a lot of black men exiting out of the church, or probably men in general. But I think mostly you got black men to say, you know, I'm not with this. You know. I just because again, this was filmed by this female. Again, it could have been his phone that she was filming this. You know, the wife could have, you know, no, that's one angle I don't think people have really explored. It could have been his phone, and the wife could have found out about it and posted it. You know, if that was the scenario, then he's really in a messed up situation. You know? You know what? I heard a female tell me that most good men are married. Even though when you hear about these stories of dudes being caught up in these situations, most of the time they're married. Not just in a relationship, but they married. You know? Yeah, this guy, Ilbert says subscribe. Cool, appreciate it. Yeah, he knew he was being recorded, man. That's something they probably done a bunch of times. He's probably been recorded a bunch of times. But you know, this is embarrassing because, you know, your community is gonna see a different side of you. You know, we all have different sides of ourselves that people don't really see, whether we want to admit it or not. You know, the people in his community, his family is going to see a side of him they never saw before. Imagine that being your father or grandfather on video doing that. That's incredibly embarrassing. That's incredibly embarrassing, you know. But I just find it funny how, you know, you got women that try to make it seem like the only decent men are married. Even though these guys have side chicks, you know, they'll have, you know, different type of relationships with women outside of the marriage. But they are considered the quote unquote good guys, you know? Like, when I'm telling you, a lot of these situations, man, these guys be married, man. Or you got women that get caught cheating. Most of the time they're married women being caught cheating. They're not women who are just straight up dating a guy that's cheating. You know, I also think it's sloppy if this guy is doing this with the daughter of his wife's friend. That's incredibly sloppy. That's incredibly sloppy, bro. It's not like you're being caught, you know, going to the movies with a different female, or you're out with her, or you've been kissing her in public. I mean, you're doing a whole video of your mouth on some other female. That's the same mouth that you got to kiss your wife with, man. You got to kiss your wife with that mouth, you know? I tell people, man, just be single until you ready to just settle with one person and just live your life, man. You know. Just be single. Like, it ain't worth the frustration that you feel to have to be with somebody that doesn't really care about your interests like that, you know. Yeah. Okay. You know, I think dating nowadays is getting lazy. You know, I hear women tell other women, you need to pursue older men who are rich and successful. And it's like, it's easier said than done, because there are a lot of men who have means, who aren't trying to get married. They're looking to be lifetime bachelors. And I'm seeing more of those guys be lifetime bachelors. You need to tell women to choose the best guy. You know, forget he needs to be this age, or he needs to have this amount of money. You know, he needs to have this education. He needs to have this amount of kids. It's like, choose the best guy, you know, or you're going to find yourself spinning and Nothing coming from it. Y'all gotta understand, this guy probably kisses people in the church. He probably kisses the various people in the church. You know what I'm saying? You know how you hug and you kiss people? Listen, man, we all know stuff goes on behind the scenes. Not behind the scenes, but behind closed doors. You know, but still, you know, there's a difference when you're dealing with your wife and then you're dealing with other women. Maybe I'm going down a rabbit hole I don't need to be going down. You know, I'm just going to keep it to where we at. Yeah, killing me. I know there's women who would rather be, you know, single. But I'm just saying, there are guys out there that have money and resources, and they're sticking to being single. They don't really care about being married. You know, that's why you need to choose the best guy that fits you and what your lifestyle is, instead of chasing what is going to be unobtainable. You know. That's all I'm saying. You know? No, that wasn't Wolf Tickets. Nah, bro. That was not him. Nah, he's been identified. That wasn't who that was in the video, bro. I don't know if that's you hiding behind a different account, bro. But don't put that in the chat, man. Mm-hmm. Make sure y'all like the stream. Put the number in the chat. Anybody get more people want to call in? Because if they don't, I'll just turn the calls off, and we could just resume calls on the next show. But yeah, man, these married couples be having a lot of hoes, man. You got the male hoes, you got the female hoes who are married. Y'all know there's one thing though. Married women never get caught cheating unless they want to get caught. That's the one thing, man. And it's like women are light years ahead of men when it comes to that. I don't care what nobody say. Okay. I remember a long time ago, I was listening to a radio show. This might have been about 12 or 15 years ago. No, it might have been 13 years ago, I think. Let me see. This might have been about 12, 13 years ago, right? This woman called in, right? And she talked about how she had a husband and she had a side dude. And the husband had no idea she had a side dude, man. And she was very giddy about it. She talks about how she'll get with the side dude, sleep with him, but then she'll go back and be flirtatious and sleep with the hubby, and they'll be like, ain't nothing going on, you know? And she just you could just tell she feels like she's the smartest person in the room, just by listening to how confident she was that she would never get caught. Now, this was way before social media. I think that this was it might have been right around the time MySpace got started, maybe. Right around that time when I heard on the radio show. And she was just so confident that she was smarter than them dudes, that she would be able to keep her husband, you know, feeling like everything was good. That's the majority of marriages. Now, when these dudes step out, these dudes forever getting caught, man. They just don't know how to move like women do. They don't. That's why some of you dudes should stop doing it. Because you're not good at it. You know? And then you end up in embarrassing situations like this, man. You know. Yeah, church women are definitely freaks. You know. And I said we know how to lie better. Yeah, women are very good at lying. Women lie better than anybody. They are very good at it. They are very good at it. I have to give women women credit on that one. That's what some of these dudes don't understand. They think because they have that the sex life is good, they think that that's all you need to keep a woman happy. That's how you know these guys don't understand the nature of women at all. They really don't. Because women, they seek an emotional connection. They seek to learn, you know? And if you're not giving her what she wants in the mental department, I don't care how much you laying it down, she's going to go seek it from somebody else. That's what some of these guys don't get, man. Women like men with strong mentalities who can keep them on their toes, keep them guessing, you know? That they really, they just enjoy being around them. And it don't even always got to be about sleeping with them. It could just be that person just really have such a connection that is unbreakable, no matter if that woman is in a relationship or married. If she builds an unbreakable bond, you can't break it. I don't care how good you is in the sack. It really won't matter at the end of the day because she's built a connection stronger than what you have with her. So while you thinking that you laying it down, she wants to lay it down with somebody else. She wants to lay it down with somebody else. Yeah, man, that's it for the calls. You know? Shout out to everybody that's here, man. We got 300 here. That's cool, man. I appreciate everybody being here. You know? So it doesn't matter. Well, I don't see you calling, Maya. I don't see you calling. So I just want y'all to understand that. You know? I mean, you know, men like, if men are messing around with females, it's just about, you know, for the most part, the guy just wants to, you know, he just wants to smash something else. But he can also build emotional connections with other women. I mean, it can happen, especially if he's with the woman that he's arguing with every day, you know. You know, we as men can build emotional connections, you know. Strong, even stronger than who we with. You know, it just depends on how that relationship started. Like if you with a woman because she had your baby and you stepping up and you're taking care of her and the kid and you just never were able to have, you know, you never were able to have anything solid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going to be crazy. You're going to seek that emotional connection with somebody else, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It ain't just about, you know, how it is in the bedroom, man. It ain't just about that, gentlemen. It ain't just about that. Y'all got to stop thinking that, you know, I'm putting it on her. Bro, she don't care, man. She don't care. Yeah, you know, you make her feel good that moment, but what's going to happen, you know, when it's over? Who you think the first person she going to want to talk to and wonder what they're doing, how their day is going? You know, y'all got to think about that, man. Stop thinking because you laying it down and this and that she ain't thinking about another guy and what he got going on. How their day would be if they were around each other. It was good, Unique. You know? I just hope people understand that, man. You know, because I know there are people out there that be like, man, you don't understand women, man. You gotta dominate her. You gotta do this and that. I mean, okay, bro. Okay, all right. Do you? Tell her all that. You know, tell her all that. Tell her. You know, tell yourself that. You know, tell yourself that you're that guy that she wants. You have everything that you think that she wants, but bro, you ain't got it up here. You ain't got it upstairs. You know? You haven't figured her out, you know? Listen, there are guys out there, right, that will talk all this, talk about how, the alpha males and their leaders, but they're never able to fully 100% get compliance from the women that they are interested in. You know why? Because you're missing something, bro. You're missing something that you don't know you're missing, but you're missing it. And she knows it, because women can read men too, man. Women be overlooking the fuck out of our flaws, man. Women overlook our flaws like crazy when they really care about us, right? But at some point, she's going to stop. And once she stops, it's over, bro. You're not going to make her feel the same way you did before, you know? So I tell these guys, man, like, you can claim to be this and that, but at the end of the day, bro, if she ain't feeling you no more, it's over. It's done. It's over. She's mentally, she done been fucked 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways mentally. And she likes that a whole lot more than what you're doing. She likes that a whole lot more. She wakes up every day thinking about that. When she's at work, that's what she's thinking about. She's thinking about getting mind fucked by this guy who knows her better than you do. That's why it's easy for me to call out women, man, because you either take it or leave it. I'm not about to pander. I'm not about to try to convince you. You can take what I say or you can leave what I say. I'm not about to talk you into Nathan. Okay? Unique, that's a fact. That's why rarely, man, I don't want to pat myself on the back, man. I'm not about to do that. But anyway, that's why when I say things, right, you got women that be trying to argue me down to try to get me to change instead of just not listening to me anymore, because they're like, there's no way on God's green earth this guy thinks this and believes this. I'm going to talk him out of it, and it's like it doesn't work. Not because I'm stubborn, it's because I'm right. I'm right about how I feel. I don't care. I don't care how attractive you are. You're not going to change me because I know I'm right. But if you guys don't step your mental game up, man, these women going to be involuntarily celibate too. And that's where we're going. Ed made a good point, man, talking about the bots, man, because I'm telling you, man, these women are so unfulfilled, man. They're so unfulfilled. This is why they're so angry. They're so angry because they're unfulfilled. This is why they're messing around with these pastors. I'm joking, man. I'm joking. But it's like, they are unfulfilled, man, because there's just some of you guys are missing something, I wish they'd tell y'all what y'all missing, but, tell y'all what y'all missing so y'all can learn something instead of thinking you got all the answers. Even I don't have all the answers, man, but I damn sure I know who I am, I know who I am. And because I know who I am, it's easier for me to move, We already celibate, Jay, and loving it. RZ says she's already celibate and loving it. Okay. Already celibate and loving it. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. We live here, man. I guess that is for the phone calls. Ain't nobody else gonna call back in. Missing money. She got paid. But now these days, And then it's you have the intellect to detect the mental, because those are usually the good guys that overlook. You know what, Braylon, that's a good point, man. You got women that they overlook those guys because those guys may not be a certain height. They may not, have a certain swag. And, women will overlook those guys because they would rather go with the other guy who they think, from the outside looking in, they think he has those things. And then when they get around him, they realize that the guy doesn't have it. He just doesn't. And you've wasted your best years on these guys. You could have been somebody's wife or about to be, basically being taken care of and, being protected and provided for. But you forego all of that for a shot at one of these guys who you think is the right guy. He's the one you've selected, He's the guy you selected. And you wasted time on him. You can never get that time back. I'm pretty sure a lot of them are there, Kelly. It's easy to find them, I mean, Dallas is a big city, I'm pretty sure you can find a lot of unique people there. That's a good point, and that's why they end up wasting time, wasting years on those guys, I'm not about to waste my time chasing behind nobody. And I advise y'all not to do the same, because that would be a very sad existence, to be chasing behind people that don't want you. Very, very sad existence. Dallas is whitewashed. They must be in the house. You tell they in the house, maybe they on the porch. Or maybe they in Austin. I heard Austin has a lot of unique people, But you got to go to the college campuses, man. I don't know how old you are, Jay Raquel, but maybe college campus has some unique people, because you got people from all across the country. You know what I'm saying? Like if I wanted to go meet, a different types of females, I go to University of South Carolina campus. There are women from all over the country, even all over the world there. You know what I'm saying? Go to 5 Points. Maybe a little while, 5 Points. Maybe a little while. Yeah. 36. So I'm really grown, 36. Well, you're at a time, J. Raquel, where you can still find what you seek, but it has to be, you have to want it at the end of the day. I told women, man, y'all need to approach. Why don't y'all approach, man? It's 2019. Let's go. My ex-husband lives in Austin. Oh, really, Destiny? Okay. Are you from Austin? Let's see. It's been a good stream so far. But again, if there's any topics y'all like to see me do live, y'all know to hit that email up. Yeah, women don't like rejection, but I have a hard time believing that men are just out here rejecting women like crazy. I just don't think so. Dudes don't even put women on blast like that whenever a relationship is like a wrap. We don't like to embarrass women. That's one thing a lot of men don't like to do. We don't like to embarrass women like that. We really don't, even if we don't like them. Did you hear about the shooting or something? No, I didn't hear about that, Unique. I'm gonna check out the news after this. Yeah, man. Listen, we've all been rejected. That was the time I got rejected. It actually helped me. It helped break the ice. You know what I'm saying? Because with rejection, you just figure out what type of women, your approach when it comes to women. You know what I'm saying? I noticed by walking next to a female that actually, I mean, I used to do it. I don't really do it that much anymore. But when I was like in high school or college or whatever, I like walk kind of slowly next up to a female, begin conversation with her, and depending on her body language would depend on if I just keep it pushing or if I just stop and talk to her. That's the email. I don't think men are rejecting good women. I just think that, you know, when it comes to good women, I just think that there are women who are usually still dealing with an ex. I've noticed that too. I've come across women who say they single, but they're still dealing with their ex. Like they're still dealing with them. They could possibly be sleeping with them, or they still want to get back with them. I've ran into those problems as well. You know, that's why I tell women, man, if I deal with a female, you got to be detached from the ex completely. Okay. I know all this, you know, because if a female is telling you about her ex, she still got feelings for the guy, especially if she's like emotional about it. She still wants to have relations with that guy. You might want to let it go. You know. Long shots. Yeah, I saw that video. That's the typical feminist-minded woman of today. They want to blame everybody else for why they look the way that they look and why they can't have the life they want to have. It's everybody else's fault, but it ain't my fault, and it ain't Donald Trump's fault either. You know, you want change, you have to make the necessary drastic changes. Nobody's gonna make those changes for you. You know, you have to want to do better and strive for better, you know? But I think a lot of y'all know that. Yeah, rejection helps. Listen, rejection helps. There's nothing wrong with rejection. It helps strengthen your backbone. It really does. You just learn what works and what doesn't, you know? But men should be used to rejection because we're approaching women most of the time anyway. You know, they're not really approaching us. Even though I'm not the type to go and approach like that unless I really like what I see. But, you know. But yeah, man, it's going to take some sacrifice. You know, some pain, some mental pain, but it'll be better for you at the end of the day. Some of y'all probably, some of you ladies have probably spoken to your future husband, don't even know it, because it's about a mentality shift. You know, it's a mentality shift. You know. That's a good point, T. Malone, and that's the thing. You know, I think a guy knows if you're trying to embarrass him or not, and a guy usually will take it on the chin if you're not interested. You know, not all, because you got some of these thirsty ass males who will get in their feelings if you reject them. You know, you do have that element. You know. You know, some of you probably done been around guys that are truly for you, and you see them a certain way, but they see you in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? They see you more favorably than you see them favorably. You know, it's just something, you know, maybe, you know, you feel like you got a few good years left, or, you know, you still got your looks and you want to keep looking. But you got to ask yourself, what exactly are you looking for? Like, what are you looking for? What are you trying to get? You know? Like, what are you waiting on? You waiting on Jesus? Like, what are you waiting on? So I shouldn't have said that. Otherwise, man. But shout out to everybody that's here, man. I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up, man. But thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all holding it down. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay. If you haven't, go check out the video I did today on LeBron James, man. Hong Kong situation. Also, if you want to become a member of the channel, you can. Make sure y'all email me, man. If y'all become a member, email me and let me know what tier y'all chose. So, because sometimes some people can get a wrench if they're on a certain tier. Y'all gotta let me know this stuff, man. Because I'll be busy as hell, okay? So, y'all gotta let me know what's going on. Shout out to the super chatters, man. I appreciate the super chatters, man. Y'all be keeping these streams going. Shout out to the callers. All right. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good night, man. And yeah, to the next one.